My name is Ian Weir. I'm a failed actor. I wanted very much to be an actor. Trouble is, I don't have any talent. But I moved sideways into writing when I made that discovery. My connection with Western Canada theatre, my gosh, goes back more decades than I care to count. Arising from my earliest experiences with the Western Canada Theatre and Tom Kerr and the drama program in KSS, I discovered I really wanted to be a playwright. I mean, Tom Kerr was a great preacher of the fact that theater, although it was fun, although we enjoyed ourselves, theater was to be approached in a professional manner. And that's something which, I mean, to have that, drummed into one at the age of 17 was a salutary experience. It's about honoring the work and doing it as well as possible, which also means learning to work as hard as possible at the craft. Among the people taking it seriously are of course the members of the audience who deserve your absolute best at all times and your most professional attitude. And it was just, yeah, that was something that Tom was so great about instilling in all of us. Yeah, my mom, Joan Sherman Weir, was a longtime Kamloops resident. Mom wrote a number of young adult novels and a number of popular histories, one of Wallachine, for instance. And so, I mean, she was the other huge influence on me as a writer. She was someone who didn't start writing until my youngest brother was in elementary school. And so I had the chance to watch Mom apply herself and learning the craft of writing. When she started out, it was such a wonderful lesson for anybody to learn, certainly for me to learn. Mom wrote for several years, 5 and 6 hours a day before she got anywhere. She had to find what her voice was. She had to find what the craft was. And she had to work through endless drafts and endless projects and endless rejection letters, trusting that she would just keep, inch by inch, getting better. And indeed, she did. And that was also something that was so important for me as a young writer to see. And here I am, half a century later, having spent much of my career working as a screenwriter and TV showrunner. The TV series I'm working on at the moment is it's called Murder in a Small Town. It's based on the Alberg Cassandra novels of L.R. Wright, and of course, Bonnie Wright was from a family which has been for years such an important family in the arts in BC. John Wright, her husband, was the head of film and then theater at UBC for a number of years. Jonna Wright, their eldest daughter, is a terrific director who actually directed a play of mine at the Western Canada Theatre a few years back. And Jonna's younger sister, Katie, is an actor. No matter who you are as a writer, what you're basically doing is trying to construct a platform on which the actors can be magical for the audience. I've had a number of my plays have been done at Western Canada Theatre, and I've always been able to be up, if not for the entire rehearsal process, at least for part of the process. It's difficult to describe how it feels when the lights go down in the Sagebrush Theatre and my play is about to be done. It really does take me back to what it was like when I was a 16-year-old student, falling in love with theatre in the first place. I mean, The Idler, my first professional play was, Delphic Orioles, Bloody Business, St. George, Flyin Phil. When David Ross was artistic director of the Western Canada Theatre, I wrote a one-man show based on the life of Phil Gallardi, and David played Phil. He was wonderful in that. I'm Ian Weir, and my Western Canada Theatre is the crucible where my career in the arts began.